I was 3 towns from nowhere when the truck slowed for me. The sun had already burned out of the sky, leaving just enough light to make the asphalt a dull sheet of silver. I'd been walking for hours, my boots grinding gravel into the shoulders of highways that didn't care about me. My phone was dead. My water was gone. When the hiss of air brakes cut through the quiet, it was the kind of sound that felt less like rescue and more like a verdict. The rig was old paint dulled too gray, headlights jaundiced with years of dirt and weather. It looked like something that had been on the road longer than I'd been alive. The passenger door swung open with a groan. "Where are you headed?" the driver called, his voice gravelly but calm. "As far north as you'll take me," I said, shifting my pack higher. He looked me over once, then shrugged. "Climb in." The cab smelled like diesel, stale coffee, and pine-scented air freshener that wasn't pulling its weight anymore. The dash was littered with fast food wrappers, folded maps, ACB radio mic, and a battered metal thermos that hissed faintly in its holder. The man behind the wheel was built like the truck itself, broad, tired, and impossible to imagine in any other setting. His beard was salt and pepper, his hands massive, scarred from work I didn't want to guess at. We didn't talk much at first. I liked that. The hum of the tires worked on my nerves, unwinding them thread by thread. The headlights carved out just enough road to keep believing in forward motion. Eventually, he pulled into a gas station. It looked like it had been dropped in the middle of nowhere and forgotten. A single pump stood under a flickering bulb. The sign out front had missing letters. The ones left behind buzzed with neon hum. Against the wall sat a vending machine with its glass fogged from too many greasy hands. "Stretch your legs," he said, climbing down. I wandered inside, grabbed a bottle of water from the cooler, and let the harsh fluorescent buzz settle into my ears. The cashier barely looked up, and I barely looked at him. By the time I came back outside, the truck was gone. At first I thought maybe he'd pulled around back. I circled a lot, nothing, just empty asphalt. The vending machine humming behind me, and the smell of gas and old oil. I cursed, kicked the gravel, and started walking again. An hour later, headlights bloomed behind me. My thumb lifted half-heartedly. The truck slowed. It was the same truck, the same fender rust, same dent in the bumper, same thermos on the dash, steaming faintly. The driver leaned over, grinning this time. "What are the odds, huh? Need a lift?" My throat went dry, "Didn't you?" I stopped. "Didn't you already pick me up?" He chuckled, deep and low. "Feels that way, don't it? Get in." I thought about running, but the wind cut through my jacket and my feet screamed with every step, so I climbed back in. We drove again. Silence stretched thin between us. I tried to watch the mile markers, but they didn't move right. Sometimes the same numbers passed twice. Sometimes they skipped. The dash clock was broken, stuck on 12:07. I told myself I was tired. I told myself the road plays tricks. I must have dozed, because when I opened my eyes, we were pulling into the same gas station, same flickering bulb, same vending machine. "Stretch your legs," the driver said. This time I stayed put. My hand gripped the door handle, knuckles white. My breath came short and shallow. The driver turned his head slowly, like he'd been waiting for me to notice. His eyes caught the light and flashed pale, cloudy like marbles, not eyes. His grin widened. "You're not listening," he said softly. "You always stretch your legs." The thermos hissed beside him. Steam rose, curling. I looked out the window and froze. Across the lot, under the buzz of the vending machine, I saw myself walking into the gas station again. Same backpack, same slump of exhaustion, same face tight with hope. I jerked back, hitting the door with my shoulder. "What the hell is this?" The driver laughed, a sound too deep, too hollow. "You know." "No, I don't." My voice cracked. "You were always going to stop here," he said. "You were always going to get back in. That's the road, boy. That's the deal." My fingers fumbled with the handle until the door finally gave way. I spilled out onto the pavement, my palms scraping raw. Cold air burned my lungs as I staggered upright and ran. I didn't look back. I couldn't. My legs carried me blind down the shoulder, into the dark, into the kind of night that feels endless. I don't remember how I got home. I don't remember if I walked, if I was picked up, if I ever even left that gas station for real. But sometimes, late at night, when headlights slide across my wall, I hear it again. The hiss of a thermos, the hum of a vending machine, and a voice, low and steady, reminding me, Stretch your legs.